We've all seen the movie, the grandeur, the romance, the iceberg, but the real horror of the Titanic sinking goes far beyond what you saw on screen. Tonight, we're not talking about Jack and Rose. We're talking about Charles Joanne, the ship's head baker, and his unbelievable story of survival, fueled by sheer luck and a whole lot of whiskey. When the iceberg struck, chaos erupted. But Charles Joanne wasn't panicking. His first instinct was to get his team of bakers to send up over 50 loaves of bread to the lifeboats. It's food for the survivors. Then he went back to his cabin for a drink, or several. He calmly fortified himself with liquor as the ship began its terrifying descent into the freezing Atlantic. While others scrambled for safety, Charles was systematically going from deck to deck, grabbing children and literally throwing them into the lifeboats. When he ran out of women and children to help, he started heaving deck chairs overboard, anything that could float and save a life. He refused a spot on a lifeboat multiple times, believing his duty was to help others until the very end. As the stern rose high into the air, the sounds of snapping metal and human screams filled the night. Everyone left was clinging to the railings, but Charles, he simply walked to the stern, tightened his life belt, and as the ship went under, he stepped off into the water as if he were stepping off a curb. Barely even got his hair wet. The water was -2 degrees Celsius, a temperature that should kill a person in minutes from cold shock alone. Yet, Charles Joanne just treaded water for over 2 hours. He paddled around in the dark, surrounded by the frozen bodies of other passengers. The alcohol in his system, which should have accelerated his death by drawing heat from his core, paradoxically might have kept him calm, preventing the hyperventilation and panic that drowned so many others. Eventually, by sheer chance, he stumbled upon an overturned lifeboat, collapsible B. Dozens of men were desperately clinging to its slippery hull. There was no room, so he just hung on, his body submerged in the icy water. He waited there, in the dark, for another hour until a nearby lifeboat finally had space to pull him from the sea. Of the over 1,500 people who went into the water that night, only a handful survived. Charles Joanne was one of them. He floated in freezing water for nearly 3 hours and walked away with only swollen feet. His story isn't one of heroism born from bravery, but one of bizarre, alcohol-fueled, accidental survival. It's a chilling reminder that in the face of unimaginable disaster, sometimes the line between life and death is impossibly, horrifyingly thin. What do you think? Was it the whiskey or just pure luck? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more true horror stories.